At Aurora Healthcare, we believe that each of us can use our knowledge, experience, and creativity to find better ways of providing patient-centered care. We are seeking experienced registered nurses to staff our Med-Surg unit for our new medical center opening November 1st, 2010. Imagine yourself delivering safe, quality patient care through assessment, planning, implementation, and evaluation. You'll collaborate with physicians and ancillary staff to provide the best care possible.
Hi guys, Jim Stroud here, and I was at this recruiting get-together HR summit kind of thing, and while I was there surrounded by recruiters and HR people, you guys came to mind, and so I thought it would be kind of cool if I just went around and asked the different recruiters and HR people there for advice that they would give job seekers, and they were gracious enough to adhere to my request. So I took out my little flip camera and I asked them questions, and here are their answers.
Tell me, who are you, what do you do, and what advice do you have for job seekers in these interesting times?
Well, my name is Kelly Dingy. I am a strategic recruiting manager with Staffing Advisor. We're an executive boutique search firm down in Washington, D.C. We actually work across the U.S. We're totally capable of handling needs wherever they may be. But what I do is a lot of the searching and finding of candidates and then talking to them, initial outreach, and doing some client-facing visits as well to kind of show them how we find the people we find for them so they have a good understanding of it. As far as job seekers go, my best advice is to, first of all, keep your resume up to date. But I also want you to create a virtual presence, and there's so many ways to do that. I think you should have a LinkedIn profile. I think you should find a way to upload your resume online, whether you do it at SlideShare or DocStock or something like that, or if you go and do what we were talking about this morning and do a .me domain and use something like that in order to create a virtual presence. Because once you create that virtual presence, even if you're not looking for a job right now, somebody like me can at least start a conversation and find out what you need and what you want in the future.
Cool, groovy advice, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hello, sir. How are you?
I'm great, Jim. How are you?
Fine. Tell us your name and what do you do, and more importantly, any advice you can give to job seekers.
Well, Jim, I'm Chris Dunn. I'm the Chief Human Resources Officer for a company based out of Atlanta called Kinetics, where we're an RPO firm for growth companies. Advice for candidates. Biggest advice I would give any candidate today is don't think that a one-size-fits-all resume, portfolio, email, I mean anything in your communication package to try and get the eye of an employer. Don't think a one-size-fits-all will work with any employer anywhere. Really the materials need to be customized, and it's more important to do a good job with 4 or 5 companies that you've targeted, roles that you've targeted. It's more important to do a good job customizing those materials. You'll have more success with those 5 companies than you will if you send the same materials to 100, 200 companies. So get customized, look at the opportunity, and then look about what it is that makes you unique, that fits that opportunity, and then take a big shot at marketing yourself on a position-by-position basis. That's what I tell you.
Very cool. Thanks, sir.
Okay, thanks, Jim.
Hello, sir. Tell me, who are you and what do you do? And more importantly, tell me some good advice to pass on to job seekers.
Okay, well, my name is Jerry Crispin, and I help staffing leaders talk to each other, and that's pretty much it. And my advice to job seekers is never, ever again, apply for a job in any company, ever, without first getting someone in that company to be your employee referral. And if you can't answer that question within 3 to 5 minutes, you should look for some help from people who are experts in the use of social media and other kinds of tools.
Very cool. Thank you, sir. Hello, sir. How are you?
Hey, Jim. How are you?
Who are you and what do you do?
I'm Mark Stelzner. I'm the founder of Job Angels and also the boutique management consultant firm Inflection Advisors.
Do you have any interesting advice for job seekers?
I do. One of the things that I like to speak to job seekers about is knowing your destination. And treat your job search as if it were forensic in nature. If you start to identify the organizations that you would optimally like to look for and the positions within those organizations, you can use all the tools at your disposal, whether they be social media, whether they be personal contacts, professional contacts, to increase the likelihood of you standing out among the crowd.
Very cool. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Jim.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Tell me, who are you and what do you do? And more importantly, what advice do you have for job seekers in these interesting times?
Hi, I'm Steve Bowes. I'm an HR technology manager and instructor in Rochester, New York. What advice I'd have for job seekers? I think I would say to think expansively, think a little bit laterally. It's great to target one specific company or one specific industry, but perhaps to think about a way into that industry or a way into that type of work might be around the back door, through the side door. So network expansively, widely, perhaps in adjacent industries and adjacent regions. Don't just only focus on a narrow target and get frustrated when you keep missing that target.
Ah, cool. Thank you, sir.
All right, thanks, Jim.
Okay, one last thing before I go. Actually, I should have done this first, but here it is all the same. Someone was watching one of my videos and they used my tips, and for whatever reason, the tips worked with this person, and they were able to get a job. And they were so grateful that they sent me an email letting me know which tip helped them get a job, which I'm going to show you in just a second. And then they also asked me for a link that they can make a donation towards me for my advice. And I was like, wow! You know, a lot of people say thank you, and I'm definitely appreciative of that. But very few say, hey, Jim, thank you, and here's some money on top of that. So, to that particular person, I'll just call him Great Scott, because when he sent the email and I read it, I said, Great Scott! You know, okay, I'm weird that way. But anyway, here is a link you can go to send money if you feel incentivized to do so. I definitely would appreciate it. Please help support my Starbucks habit. And this is the tip that helped him get the job.
Okay, this is the search that landed Great Scott his job. As you see here, he's looking for the term VP or Vice President or Director, because that's the kind of opportunities he was open to. Also, the terms Product or Innovation, connected to the job title of President or Director. And then he has some very interesting other words that he was looking for as well, like looking for or hiring or know or needs, recruit or recruiting, because those were keywords that led to certain job openings that he was looking for. So what he did was he took this term, he took this search string and added it over here to Google, as you see right here. And these are some of the results that were returned. Very interesting. And what he also did in following some of my advice was that he created a Google alert so that as new results enter into Google's database, he would be apprised of them automatically. Hello, sir.
Hey, Jim, how are you?
All right, now tell us, who are you, what do you do, and what advice do you have for job seekers?
All right, my name is Josh Letourneau. I run a small search firm by the name of Knight & Bishop, so I do about half recruiting, talent acquisition stuff. The other half is more performance related, so network analysis, taking a look under the org chart, right? In terms of advice for job seekers, I would say make sure that you have the right information online, make sure that you have the same information on your different profiles, because recruiters are going to be looking for you. On a softer side, you got to stay the course. There's a lot of job seekers, there's a lot of applicants out there, so just don't get too caught up in one position. Just make sure you spread yourself out and just keep charging forward, because it can be emotionally draining when you put all your eggs in one basket. It doesn't work out. So just stay the course. Make sure all your information is up to date, speaking the same story, and make yourself findable. Have the right keywords in your LinkedIn profile, on your resume, Twitter bio. Utilize that. So get them keywords in there, because that's what people are looking for. So
cool.
That's about it.
Thank you, sir.
All right.